Welcome in then to the ESPNFC studios. I'm Dan Thomas, Craig Burley's here, as is Ali Moreno. Julien is with us. Jules, I want to start with you as a man based in London. We're going to discuss Jude Bellingham. How much has his impact at Real Madrid resonated in England? Because we know how blinkered they are. It's kind of Premier League and don't really pay much attention to anything else. His performance has been extraordinary, obviously. 5 goals in opening 4 games. Is anyone talking about it?
Yeah, loads of people, Dan. Of course, a lot of headlines on Jude Bellingham in the newspapers, on radio, on La Liga TV coverage, which is the channel that we have here in England if you want to follow La Liga. La Liga, I guess, since the David Beckham years, really is the most popular league outside of the Premier League. So you're right, the Premier League is everything here, but you still have a bit of time for La Liga, more than the other leagues, really. And I think helping by the fact that Jude is there and doing so well, that's had a lot of airtime over here since the start of the season.
Did you really think nobody would be talking about Jude Bellingham? I mean, everybody's talking about Jude Bellingham.
I was intrigued. I was intrigued because I know what England is like.
Yeah, but they
compared to us here. Like, we watch everything here. You know, we can comfortably talk about other things. When it comes...
Are you saying they're very insular?
Yes, I think insular is exactly the right word.
Yeah, but I think it's slightly different in the fact... I would agree with that, for sure. But I think it's slightly different in the fact that he is such a big star for them in their national team going forward. Has been already and will be. He will be the main guy for many a year to come. And it's just how Southgate is going to build this around attacking players, but mainly him, you know, and how they're going to use Jude Bellingham. So I think because of that, it's unthinkable that they will not be really talking about him.
If you look at the sample size of English players that have gone and played abroad, more have failed than succeeded. I think overall, there are obviously many exceptions.
British. British players.
I was focusing on English players.
You want
to go British?
Yeah, what, Britain.
Okay, all right then. Okay, right.
English, all England again, isn't it?
Well, Jude Bellingham is English.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he lived in Britain.
But yeah,
British players go abroad, right? Anyway,
all right.
You're annoying me.
British English players go abroad. What is it about him that has made him hit the ground running so quickly in this environment?
Not only are we talking about La Liga environment, but Real Madrid within La Liga environment, which I think it's a bigger stage than any really in Spain. And so we look at him and him being the big signing player for Real Madrid and what the expectations were for him coming in. And what you see from him is a level of maturity that I think it was clear to see at Borussia Dortmund, but now even more so at Real Madrid. You may have thought he's just kind of going to ease his way into Real Madrid. No. From the very beginning, he has been the guy, the reference point. And even the formation that Ancelotti has put on the field features him as a player and highlights his skill set. The other thing that I think is important from Jude Bellingham's perspective is that while he may be 20 years old, the physicality of Jude Bellingham, just him showing up in the locker room. Let me just say this, Dan. Jude Bellingham walking into that locker room would be a whole lot different than, say, for example, you or Seb or myself even walk into that locker room. The physicality and the presence of Jude Bellingham, that it demands attention, it demands respect. And then you see the guy playing with the ball at his feet. Then you see what he is on the field. And of course you want to be part of that, and Real Madrid have taken full advantage.
There's not a very good examples there, particularly him and Sebi.
I'm just saying.
I can't believe I'm catching straight.
But you know what? I think the best thing that he did was when he left Birmingham City as a 16-year-old. He went to Dortmund. It's a different country, big club. I think had he stayed in England and moved from Birmingham to maybe say one of those insular English clubs, and then made the move to Real Madrid, I don't think they'd be getting as good and as mature a player. I think the fact that what he did in that move, those 3 years in Germany at Dortmund, with the lifestyle, the cultural difference, and the league, was absolutely perfect for him. And I think that enhanced his progression. There's no doubt about it. And the fact now that he is so comfortable, and he was comfortable in his press conference just to walk in and feel as if he was at home, that was one of the most amazing things.
I can also say that the fact that from a young age, he's been at Dortmund. He's been abroad already, right? So living abroad is not this thing that is so somehow mysterious. Oh my God, he's leaving England to go somewhere else and play? Yeah, that can happen. And he has done that. He went to Dortmund and succeeded at Dortmund, now goes to Spain, and it's not a different experience in the sense of living abroad. This is what he does.
Right.
And he just allows the language that is common for everybody in Real Madrid is playing the game. And that is something that Jude Bellingham has been outstanding, not only in his time with Real Madrid, but we have seen this coming. It is not a surprise that he's doing so well. I think what is a surprise is that he's doing so well so early.
But Real Madrid need him doing well because they haven't been great.
No, it's not easy for us Brits to live abroad, you know. There's cultural differences and you've got to try and...
Oh, yeah, very much so.
You've got to try and embrace it.
Yeah.
What was your question?
My question was, Real Madrid have not been very good.
No.
He's carried them so far.
Them and Barcelona haven't been very good, and he has, yeah.
So will this Real Madrid side improve, or are they a case that when Bellingham's honeymoon is over, this team is going to dip?
There is a chance that may happen, and you call it the honeymoon. I mean, you know, let's just say his form takes a dip.
What's wrong with honeymoon?
They're two different things.
Not really.
So
he's come in. It's been great. It's like when you get married.
Yeah.
Everyone's
So
happy.
say he has a quiet 3 or 4 games.
How long did your honeymoon period last?
Oh,
Which one? The actual honeymoon?
Yeah.
Or, 24 hours. And it went terribly after that. Nobody backed me up. The supporting cast for him, you don't want to know about Mama. The supporting cast for Jude
Better go.
Story now.
That's when, this is supposed to be a serious segment here.
I don't know.
That is when the others are going to have to step up. Vinicius Junior has had a little pipe up about his possession. Rodrigo's played. Tchouaméni's played. Camavinga. Valverde, they've all played okay. He's been the guy that's got them over the line. If he has a little quiet period, others will have to step into those big shoes.
Jules, who's going to win La Liga?
I said Barcelona, so I have to stick to Barcelona. I think it would be tight, and Atletico Madrid will be there too. But I still think that Barca can win it and can beat this Real Madrid team.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Just a reminder, there is plenty more content here regarding La Liga and the other leagues in Europe as well, and indeed MLS here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.